Welcome back, Ceiba families. I want to give you all a warm welcome to our 2020 Back to School night. Due to the devastating impact the CZU Lightning Complex forest fire has had on our community, we have decided to record and share out this presentation rather than host our Back to School night live over Zoom. As I shared with you last week through two letters, some of our Ceiba faculty and staff have had to evacuate, and many others are caring for family, friends, and pets who have had to leave their homes. I'm certain many of you have been impacted by these fires as well. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone impacted by these fires. Finally, please know Ceiba is here for you should you need support. And with that, onward to our Back to School night presentation. To begin, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Rip, and I'm the head of school at Ceiba College Prep. We have a two-part agenda to our Back to School night meeting. The first is a head of school welcome led by me. During the head of school welcome, I'm going to discuss three items: distance learning tips for success, the schedule, and the Ceiba family communication. After I'm finished with my head of school welcome, our grade level teams will come on and they will provide grade level expectations. Each individual teacher will provide an introduction, and then each individual teacher will give a short class overview for what their classes will look like for the upcoming school year. Like I said on the previous slide, I will be discussing three items this evening: tips for distance learning, schedules, and ways we communicate. First up is tips for distance learning, tips for success. We learned a lot in quarter four, and after reviewing how we did as a school, as well as reading what other schools are doing around the state, I came up with three basic tips that I think, actually I know, that if you follow, you will be successful with distance learning. Tip 1, show up every day. One thing that was very clear from the data is that students who attend school through Zoom every day do much better. Grades are better, they feel less stressed, and they feel confident that they know what is going on in their classes. What's the key? Showing up every day. Turn on your Zoom, answer emails, turn in your assignments every day. Do this, and I am certain you will be successful with distance learning. Tip 2, make a daily schedule. Too often I've seen kids seem lost, confused, and take way too little or way too much time to complete assignments. This often is the result of students not having a structured schedule. My second tip for success with distance learning is to create a daily schedule. Wake up at the same time, eat breakfast at the same time. You may even want to think about taking a shower just as if you were planning to come to the building. Follow your schedule of Zoom classes, and finally, make a clear break between fun time and work time. This is difficult with distance learning with all of the fun things you can do with your Chromebooks, but it's also incredibly important. If you're supposed to be doing classwork, do classwork. If you're supposed to have fun time, then you can have fun time. By following a daily schedule, you can enjoy your free time knowing you've completed all of your responsibilities for the day. Finally, tip 3. Too often, adolescents and teenagers want to retreat to their bedrooms and shut out the world. But this is not good for their mental or emotional health. Connecting with others is what makes school special for many. Just because we're physically distanced from one another doesn't mean connecting should stop. Call your friends. Talk with classmates on Zoom. Talk with your teachers on Zoom. Open up to your families. These are all ways you can connect with others and be successful with distance learning. I want to take a moment here to pause and discuss Zoom and how that's connected to connecting with others. Too many students think going to Zoom meetings means turning off your audio and video and just listening to the teacher. That's not connecting. Connecting is talking to your classmates and your teachers by using your video and your audio. That is our expectation for all of you at Ceiba. Turn on your video and turn on your audio when you're on Zoom. Okay, now that we've discussed tips for success with distance learning, I want to discuss our schedule. I've broken down our schedule into two parts. The first part is Mondays. Mondays will continue to have 6 classes or periods, but there is a new live component that I've highlighted in yellow. Your first period class will now become live and function as a homeroom for 15 minutes. This is an opportunity to connect with your classmates and your teachers. Take a look at the school announcements and plan for the upcoming week. This live session on Zoom also will help you to maintain a daily schedule. One of the tips for success I mentioned on previous slides. So students, the expectation here is to be up and on your live Zoom classes at 8 a.m. every day, including Mondays. This new live interaction begins this coming Monday, August 31st. Be sure to tune into your live Zoom class for period 1. Let's move on to our Tuesday through Friday schedule. While the schedule is staying the same, just like Monday, we're adding more live Zoom interactions. Now each of your classes, Tuesday through Friday, will begin with live Zoom sessions. Support and intervention will continue to take place on Wednesday and Friday, but will do so after your live Zoom session. I have bolded the times you all need to remember. 8 a.m. for periods 1 or 4, 9:20 a.m. for periods 2 or 5, and 10:40 a.m. for periods 3 or 6. Be sure to tune into your teacher's live Zoom sessions each period, Tuesday through Friday. My final agenda item is the Ceiba family communication. I wanted to spend a moment to discuss how Ceiba communicates with all of you. I've broken down our communication into 6 main areas. First up, phone calls. You may receive phone calls from the office if your student does not check in for the day. You also may receive phone calls letting you know that there is a tutor who's eager to support your student. This could be in the form of a grade level academic coordinator check-in who wants to support your student. Phone calls are a simple, easy method that Ceiba uses to communicate with our students and their parents. Next up, text messages. You will receive text messages that will remind you sometimes when live Zoom classes are starting, that your students need to turn in missing an assignment, or there might be a link to a letter within the text message. Last week, I sent out 2 letters to our community in response to the fires. You likely received these in a link through our text message. If you have not received text messages, please call us so we can correct your name in our system. Third, emails. Similar to text, Ceiba will send out emails to families who have indicated this on their emergency card they filled out. Messages that go to text will also be sent to families' email addresses. Fourth, Schoology. Schoology is our learning management system. This is where teachers post assignments and where students can access their assignments, complete them, and submit them for a grade. Teachers will also post student grades on Schoology. Parents, please check Schoology regularly. Your students know if you do, and they will be more motivated to turn in work if they know that you'll be checking on a regular basis. Fifth, our weekly newsletter. Many families shared they want to know what assignments are coming up for their students. Our weekly newsletter seeks to resolve this issue that parents expressed. Every week, teachers will write down what students will be doing for the upcoming week. Read this letter over with your students and ask them about their assignments. This is a great way for students and parents to connect. Finally, social media. Ceiba maintains both an active Facebook and Instagram account. Ceiba staff will share out fun photos and videos as an additional way for Ceiba to stay connected with all of you. This concludes my head of school introduction to the back to school night recording. I'm now going to hand it over to our grade levels to introduce themselves.
Hey there, welcome parents. My name is Miss Powell and I'm here to tell you about what to expect from ELA 12. So basically I have very high expectations. Kids learn from their mistakes. I'm not expecting it to be perfect the first time. That's why I'll be doing a lot of revising. The goal is to be ready for college, so texts are going to be hard. I have support built into every Tuesday's class. So as long as they're coming to Tuesday's Zoom class, they'll get help with me. They can also make individual appointments on Wednesday. And the key thing is to build skills. So since work needs to be building on each thing, work needs to be turned on time. And that means once it's a week late, it's already off track with the class and it will not be accepted.
Altas expectativas. Los estudiantes se convertirán en mejores escritores aprendiendo de los errores y revisando trabajos anteriores. Preparación para la universidad. Los textos son apropiadamente desafiantes y los ensayos deben demostrar sustancia y estilo. Soporte. El Zoom del martes siempre comenzará con una demostración y los estudiantes tendrán tiempo de trabajo con POW. Los estudiantes también pueden hacer una cita para obtener más ayuda los miércoles. Desarrollo habilidades. Dado que el trabajo se vuelve más complejo, es importante que las tareas se entreguen a tiempo para que los estudiantes se mantengan al día con las clases. Nada será aceptado una vez que haya pasado una semana de retraso.
Okay, I also teach a study skills class and there are other study skills, but all of them have a grade check every single Monday. So if you're in Miss Powell's study skills, then on Thursday, you're doing a credit recovery. Otherwise, you're working with basically team building. And then Fridays for the regular class are learning logs, whereas Fridays, if you have Miss Powell, are for credit recovery goals. So the key thing is to come to class on Thursday.
La maestra Powell también es la maestra de la clase Study Skills. Allí en esta clase los estudiantes verifican las calificaciones todos los lunes. Los jueves tienen clase en vivo donde la maestra ayuda a los estudiantes a recuperar los créditos de clases que han fallado en el pasado con tutores. Y los viernes son registros de aprendizaje, reflexionan sobre la semana y entregan la meta de recuperación de crédito a la maestra Powell.
I deleted this one.
So
Pause and refresh it. Because I just deleted it. Refresh. Yeah. Thank you. Ready?
Mhm.
So I teach 2 of the study skill. This is Miss Jing. For Monday, as Ms. Powell said, they will have a great chat. Thursday and Friday, please make sure to be present during Zoom. We'll do some character strong on Thursday, and you'll have some kind of participation points. And then Friday, please make sure to complete your learning log. Here are the ways to contact me. You can email me, text me, or contact me through Schoology. Make sure to be always respectful, participate, and learn, and talk to me for any help at all.
Si quiere contactar a la maestra Jean, por favor, aquí está su correo electrónico y también su número de teléfono. En su clase de ciencia y de study skills, Ms. Jean quisiera que sus estudiantes sean respetuosos, que participen, que aprendan y que hablen mucho.
Hello, my name is Darren Commons. I teach U.S. History 11, AP U.S. History, and Senior Project for seniors. Those are things about me that I don't want to talk about. Sweet. So in U.S. History, we're going to be talking about the late 19th century to the present in order to understand issues of power and justice, asking the question how Americans struggled for power and justice, what have been the successes and failures of those struggles. We focus on critical reading and writing analysis. Assessments take the forms of essays and quizzes, occasional creative projects such as video reports, slide presentations, and posters. And we often read selections from the historian Howard Zinn.
So este es el maestro Darren Commons. Él es el maestro de la clase de Historia de los Estados Unidos. En esta clase, los estudiantes van a analizar narrativas y evidencia de finales del siglo XXI hasta el presente para comprender cuestiones de poder y justicia. Se enfocan en habilidades, mucho en el análisis crítico de lectura y escritura. Las evaluaciones toman la forma de ensayos y cuestionarios, así como proyectos creativos, ocasiones como informes de video, presentaciones de dispositivas y carteles.
In AP US History, AP US History is an intensive college level course covering the years 1491 and the couple thousand years before that, all the way up to the present. The purpose of the course is to prepare you for the AP exam on May 6th. There's extensive homework, reading, video watching, and note-taking every single week. There are quizzes, essays, and exams all the time. There's a quiz every Monday. There will be in-class discussions and analysis of primary documents. And to be successful in this class, students must be very thorough on taking notes, must come to class prepared to ask questions, get ahead on their reading and video assignments, form study groups for homework and test prep, and even do research on your own, especially for vocabulary, which students have been doing.
El maestro Commons también es el que está a cargo de la clase avanzada de la historia de los Estados Unidos. Este curso es muy intenso, es de nivel universitario. Van a prepararse para el examen, que es el 6 de mayo. Hay tarea extensa, lectura, visualización y tomar de notas. Va a haber pruebas, exámenes y ensayos de tarea. También va a haber debates en la clase y van a haber documentos primarios. Unos consejos que tiene el maestro es que sean minuciosos en todas las tareas para tomar notas, que vengan a clase preparado con preguntas, que se avancen en las tareas, lecturas y videos, que formen grupos de estudio para poder repasar las materias y prepararse para los exámenes y hacer una investigación adicional por su cuenta, especialmente para el vocabulario.
And finally, I coordinate more than teach the Capstone Senior Project. The senior project is student-driven learning. Students will research and write a college-level paper on a topic of their choice, and they will use their knowledge to create a final project to be presented to the community at a senior fair in May.
Y por último, el maestro también es el maestro de la clase de Senior Project, que es la clase que toman todos los estudiantes que están en el grado 12, allí donde los estudiantes investigan y escriban un artículo de nivel universitario sobre un tema de su elección, utilizan sus conocimientos para crear un proyecto final, para presentarlo a la comunidad en una feria para personas en mayo.
Hello, parents. My name is Kevin Alper, and I teach government and economy. You could go on to the next slide. So this class is about the first semester is government. It's a one-year class with the two subjects broken up into semesters. So in government, we are analyzing the founding documents of the US and the changing interpretation of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the current state of the government, including the legislative, executive, and judiciary branches of government. We are going to do a unit on the relationship among federal, state, and local governments, and also the responsibility of citizenship, elections, and civil rights.
El maestro Alper se encarga de la clase de gobierno. En esta clase, los estudiantes se encargan de leer y analizar documentos de la Fundación de los Estados Unidos. Analizan la historia y las interpretaciones cambiantes de la Constitución, la Declaración de Derechos y el estado actual de los poderes legislativos, ejecutivo y judicial del gobierno. También estudian la relación entre los gobiernos federales, estatales y locales, las responsabilidades de ciudadanía, las elecciones y los derechos civiles.
In addition, we'll be doing a variety of projects, mostly smaller assignments based on online programs like Khan Academy and Actively Learn, building to longer writing and PowerPoint presentation projects towards the end of the year.
Los estudiantes también estarán haciendo proyectos que tomaron el semestre y que los estudiantes se prepararían durante el semestre haciendo, tomando uso de resources como Khan Academy y Actively Learn.
Thank you, Gami. The most important thing is I am available to answer student and parent questions during work hours. I will always get back to you if I'm not teaching a class. The best way to reach me is by email. You could also reach me by phone or message on Schoology.
Si quiere contactar al maestro, por favor, pues, le pueden mandar un mensaje por internet, en correo electrónico o dándole una llamada. Él está disponible todos los días y responderá lo más pronto que pueda. Hi, my name is Gamaliel Vega. I'm the teacher for Choices College and Career. I'm born and raised in Wattsville. I'm actually part of the second graduating class for PBHS from 2009. I got my BA at Berkeley and my MA at Long Beach, where I also got my credential for teaching. Soy nacido y criado en Wattsville. Soy parte de la segunda clase de graduación de Pajaro Valley High School. Fui a Berkeley donde agarré mi history degree y también fui a Long Beach State donde agarré mi maestría de historia. So what are we going to learn in this class? Students are mainly going to improve their reading, writing, and research skills. We're also going to be focusing on college. By that, I mean we're going to work on personal statements, college applications, and we're going to look and explore different types of college resources that the students can gain access to. This class is also about careers. So we're going to look at resume and cover letters, how to create them, searching for jobs, the interview process, and hopefully explore different types of fields so the students get to know maybe a little bit more, so the students get to be a little bit more familiar with maybe the different types of professions that are out there for them. Los estudiantes mejorarían sus habilidades de lectura, escritura y investigación. Esta clase se enfoca en dos cosas: colegio, que significa que los estudiantes prepararán ensayos para sus aplicaciones. También revisaríamos aplicaciones del colegio y los recursos que estuvieran disponibles para los estudiantes cuando llegaran al colegio. También esta clase se enfoca en la carrera, que fuera preparar resumes y cartas de presentaciones, la búsqueda de empleo, el proceso de entrevista, y también vamos a explorar diferentes profesiones como la militar y otras cosas. This class schedule, we meet 3 times a week: Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday is simply, quick welcome video where they go and watch instructions and the weekly instructions for the entire week, along with the short discussion post. Thursdays, a short live class followed by a small assignment, and on Fridays, it's usually the bigger reflection project or piece for the week. En esta clase los juntamos 3 veces a la semana: los lunes, los jueves y los viernes. Los lunes usualmente nomás tienen que mirar un video donde les dice las actividades que tienen que cumplir por la semana. Los jueves contamos la clase de Zoom juntos, que fueran normalmente unos 20-30 minutos. Y los viernes es cuando los estudiantes se encargan de entregar su proyecto o cualquier otra tarea por la semana. Commonly used tech for this class is just going to be Schoology, Gmail, Google Docs, Edpuzzle, Actively Learn, and Padlet. Estas son las tecnologías que vamos a usar usualmente en esta clase. That's it. Expectations for late work: students can submit up to 1 week late with a 50% automatic deduction. After 1 week, the homework will not be accepted. Resume. Students are required to attend and participate. And please make sure that you have clear communication with the teacher, email for anything that comes up. Las expectaciones de la clase fuera que si los estudiantes tienen trabajo de tarde, que la regla fuera que si la entregan va a ser una automática del 50% de deducción de su grado. Si está tarde, se puede entregar la escuela la tarea de tarde hasta una semana. Para las clases de Zoom, más que asisten, que participen y que se comporten como estudiantes profesionales. Y de comunicación, que más que envíen correos electrónicos al maestro cuando tengan un problema o cuando pase lo que pase en la casa. Gracias. And that's just my contact info if you need to reach me out. Y esa es mi información de contacto si necesitan mandar una pregunta o si tienen otro problema.
Hello, parents. My name is Taylor Moyer. I'm the psychology and sociology teacher here at Ceiba. Here's my contact info: taylor.moyer@ceibaprep.org if you ever need to get in touch with me. A few things about myself: I went to the University of Oregon. Got a degree in anthropology in 2013, completed my social science credential at San Jose State in 2018, and have been teaching since. That's it.
So, este es el maestro de psicología y sociología, el maestro Moyer. Fue a la Universidad de Oregon y luego fue a la Universidad de San José, donde estudió estudios sociales, y este es el segundo año en Ceiba.
Okay, so this class is an elective class and it's split into 2 semesters. So the first semester, we're going to be covering the subject of psychology. It's a very basic intro to psych course. The goal of this course is for students to become familiar with the major psychological concepts and principles and gain a more in-depth understanding of human thought and behavior. The second term, we're going to be covering sociology and human society. So in this course, students will gain a basic understanding of social structures and processes while also developing critical thinking skills.
Entonces, la primera clase va a ser psicología, va a ser un semestre. Los estudiantes se familiarizan con los principales conceptos y principios psicológicos y obtienen una comprensión más profunda del pensamiento y del comportamiento humano. El segundo semestre va a ser sociología. Los estudiantes van a obtener una comprensión básica de las estructuras y procesos sociales, mientras también desarrollan habilidades de pensamiento crítico.
Okay, so this course structure is subject to change, given that it seems like distance learning is changing all the times. But this is what we have going on right now. So on Mondays, every Monday, students will watch a screencast, and it's me lecturing. So they're going to watch a slideshow and a quick lecture. They'll be no longer than 10 minutes usually. So they'll have to pay close attention because afterwards they're going to take a Schoology assessment. So that'll be like a quiz that's 10 questions or less on the content from that screencast. So that's what we'll be doing every Monday. On Tuesdays, we're going to have our live Zoom meetings. We'll use these meetings to review concepts from that week, and they'll also have time afterwards to complete independent work. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to do a Zoom check-in in the morning, but it will be very short, and then afterwards, they're going to have independent work time and an opportunity to work with their classmates and their teacher on Zoom.
Esta es la estructura del curso. Los lunes los estudiantes verán la conferencia a través de Screencast y completarán trabajos en Schoology. Los martes los estudiantes van a asistir a la clase de Zoom en vivo al principio del periodo para repasar conceptos antes de completar trabajos individuales. Los miércoles va a ser trabajo independiente y también la oportunidad de trabajar con el maestro y compañeros en Zoom.
Okay, so here's a few things to know. So the late work policy I have working right now is that students can turn in work a week late for 70% credit. I'm a little extra lenient since this is an elective and I don't want it to affect their grade too negatively. And after that, they can still turn in late work for half credit until the end of the quarter. But after that, I will not be accepting late work. As far as the weighting grades goes, 70% of their grades going to be based on assessments. So that's the quizzes, essays, and big projects they do in my class. And then 20% of their grade will be based on classwork and homework, whether it's daily worksheets, ed puzzles, those are like video questionnaires that we do, and web quest assignments. So that'll be worth 20% of their grade. And then 10% of their grade will be Zoom participation. So that'll consist of your kids logging in and participating during our Zoom sessions.
Y aquí tenemos un poco más información sobre la clase. La póliza de trabajo tarde es que el trabajo se puede entregar por un crédito del 70% durante una semana después de la fecha de vencimiento. Después de eso, se puede entregar por un crédito de 50% hasta el final del trimestre. Aquí tenemos el porcentaje de los grados. 70% va a ser evaluaciones, o eso incluye exámenes, ensayos y proyectos. 20% será trabajo de clases o tarea. Son páginas de trabajo, ed puzzles, web quests y otras cosas así. Y por último, 10% va a ser la participación en las clases de Zoom.
Thank you, Anna.
Greetings, parents. My name is Brenda Davis Avila, and I am the grade level academic coordinator for grade 12. And just a little bit about me, I got my BA in Michigan in education sociology and my master's degree in multicultural and migrant education in Arizona. And I've been teaching for 35 years in those two states. And I am working with seniors this year, as you can see.
Esta es la maestra Brenda Davis Ávila. Ella se encarga de coordinar la academia del grado 12. Ella agarró su bachelor's degree en Michigan y su degree en educación y sociología. Perdón. Ella también agarró su maestría de educación migrante en Arizona y tiene más de 35 años de experiencia de maestra aquí en California y Arizona.
And my big job this year as academic coordinator is making sure all students are successful and no scholar is left behind. I will communicate with teachers regarding their missing assignments, their progress, or any concerns they have. And then I will monitor the student grades to ensure that they have the proper support for success, whether that be tutoring or meeting and intervention sessions. And then I will also communicate with parents weekly via email, phone calls, or text.
La señora Davis se encargará de comunicarse con los maestros sobre las tareas, el progreso y otras preocupaciones. Ella monitoreará las calificaciones de los estudiantes y asegurarse de que tengan el apoyo adecuado para el éxito. Ella también se comunicará con los padres semanalmente por correo electrónico, llamadas telefónicas o mensajes de texto.
And this is my contact information. You can contact me through the Ceiba Gmail or my Google Voice number where you can call or text me. And my message to you is peace and health to all Ceiba scholars and their families.
Si quieren contactar a Ms. Davis, pueden hacerlo por mandar un correo electrónico o por llamarle a su teléfono de Google Voice. Y su mensaje para los estudiantes y los padres de Ceiba es paz y salud a todos los estudiantes de Ceiba y sus familias.
Hello, parents. My name is Sean Ortega. I am the resource specialist at Ceiba, as well as the directed studies teacher for grade 12. I am from Watsonville. I went to school at Aptos High School, Cabrillo College, and Chico State University, as well as California State University, Monterey Bay to get my teaching credential.
Este es el maestro Ortega. Él es el Resource Specialist y también es el maestro de estudios directos.
What will we learn in class? Well, we spend a lot of time working on assignments from the previous teachers. We do spend some time talking about transition to adulthood and life after high school. We do a lot of research, specifically about part-time jobs. We might fill out some mock applications, work through mock budgets, and even conduct mock interviews to prepare our scholars for the workforce and other avenues on top of college preparation. I encourage all of our students to work hard and communicate with their support staff.
¿Qué aprendemos en clase? Vamos a pasar mucho tiempo trabajando en tareas de otras clases. Vamos también a dedicar algún tiempo a hablar sobre la transición a la edad adulta y la vida después de la escuela secundaria. Investigaremos trabajos de medio tiempo, completaremos solicitudes sin multas, trabajaremos en presupuestos, incluso también participar en entrevistas para preparar a nuestros estudiantes para la fuerza laboral y el colegio después de la escuela secundaria. Y vamos a seguir animando a todos nuestros estudiantes a trabajar duro y comunicarse con sus personas de apoyo.
During our Zoom meetings, I help students with their assignments. I help troubleshoot technological difficulties that they may have and help them communicate with their teachers. We're a close-knit group and help each other out when needed. I'm very fortunate to teach these group of kiddos, and I'm excited to work with them for the remainder of the year. Our directed studies schedule is Wednesdays and Fridays from 10:37 to noon.
Durante las reuniones en vivo de Zoom, vamos a ayudar a los estudiantes con sus tareas y también a solucionar problemas tecnológicos y les va a ayudar a comunicarse con sus maestros. Es un grupo muy único y se van a ayudar unos a otros cuando sea necesario. Es muy afortunado el maestro de enseñar este grupo de niños. Está él emocionado de trabajar con ellos durante el resto del año escolar. El horario del Zoom en vivo sería los miércoles y viernes a las 8 de la mañana, terminando a mediodía.
Some commonly used tech platforms that I use are Zoom, email, Google Mail, Schoology, Actively Learn, Edpuzzle, Newsela, Google, but we also use all the other platforms that the teachers previously addressed.
Y aquí tenemos una lista de las plataformas tecnológicas que van a utilizar los estudiantes.
Each student in directed studies is expected to try their best on every assignment given. Having a good mindset while attempting to complete these assignments is a good outlook to have. when studying, especially in times like this. So I do look for positivity. A saying that we have in the class and in life is do your best and forget the rest. So that's what I like to convey to our 12th grade scholars.
Aquí tenemos las expectativas de los estudiantes. Se espera que cada estudiante haga su mejor esfuerzo en cada tarea asignada y que tengan una buena mentalidad al intentar completar sus tareas. Y es de buena perspectiva para tener el estudio y se espera que hagan todo lo posible y se olviden del resto.
And here is my contact information, my email and my Google Voice phone number. And I look forward to hearing from you. And if you choose to text me, that's okay too.
Y aquí tenemos la información del contacto del maestro.
All right, so those were all of the senior teachers. The most important thing is if you want to see how your student is doing, use Schoology, where all the grades, all the assignments, and all the teacher emails are available.
Y aquí eso fue por todo. Este es el equipo del grado 12. Como siempre, fíjense en Schoology para ver más información sobre los maestros y sobre las tareas que tienen los estudiantes. Que tengan buenas tardes. Adiós.